Hey guys, welcome to a really early edition of Any Last Words. I'm your host, Joe, and today we're going to be talking about a couple things. Our main topic of today is going to be some true horror, which is true crime that's turned into a horror movie. It's going to be the case of Elyse Pahler. I think I'm saying her name wrong. I probably am, but that's okay. Anyway, this true crime case was actually the inspiration for the horror comedy Jennifer's Body, and we're gonna get into that in a second. Hey, what's up, Aaron? How you doing? Come here, click on that. Hell yes! Thanks for joining, dude. I appreciate it. A couple of things. First, I wanted to get into a little bit of entertainment news. Hey, Timothy, thanks for joining. I know a lot of you guys have probably seen it already because it's like blasted all over like pretty much every news and social media outlet that you can possibly get your hands on. But Slipknot drummer Joey Jordison actually passed away the other day. How sad is that? He's like one of the coolest fucking drummers ever. And he fucking passed away. They said he passed away peacefully in his sleep. He actually was a longtime sufferer of MS, but they're not saying whether or not that contributed to his death or not. They're not really saying anything. I mean, I haven't really checked this morning if there was any updates on that. But as far as that goes, they haven't really said much of why he passed away. But either way, it's really, really sad. So that really sucks. So super sad. And something else I'm actually really kind of irritated about, and I noticed some of you guys on social media were kind of like, what the fuck about also, is that they're going to be doing the Exorcist trilogy. Like, really? Could we fucking not anymore? Could we just not do things like that? I'm really, really tired of these reboots and these remakes and these fucking redos, attempts, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like, it's really getting old, really getting old. And apparently Linda Blair has no plans of joining any of this. It's kind of like a no thank you, but I wish y'all well on it. Whether or not I watch it, I don't know. I don't even know if I'd watch it. You guys let me know if you guys are interested in seeing it, if you've even heard about it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm getting really tired of all this, lack of creativity out there. Because it doesn't, I mean, yeah, it's a trilogy. There's going to be some people from the original cast of The Exorcist that's going to be coming back for it. They're going to be fucking ancient as shit. I mean, what else can you possibly do? I wonder if Eileen Dietz is going to be back in it as Pazuzu. She was really cool. I was actually in a horror movie with her once. We were both killers. Would have been cooler if she would have killed me in the movie, but, whatever. It's not how the script went. But, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of curious to see where it's going to go and what's going to happen with it, but I'm not really excited to see it. Just really not. Really not. Let's see. Hey, Richard. Yes, this is oddly early because I go to bed now when the sun is still out, like an old fucking person. So, I don't know how long that's going to last, but currently I go to bed fairly early. Like I'm going to bed at like 7:30 in the evening. And usually that's the time I run my show, but I kind of don't have a choice at the moment. So like I said, I don't know how long that's going to last, but here I am. I made it. Have I seen the trailer for Pig or Lamb or Mad God? If you're talking about Nick Cage's Pig, I did see a preview for it, and I will say, for a Nick Cage movie, I'm a little interested. A little interested. We finally watched that. Well, I didn't really watch much of it. That Color of Space or Color of Time or whatever the hell that was. We bought it a long time ago on DVD, and boyfriend decided he was going to go ahead and watch it, and then he got upset and was like, why did you fucking ruin Nick Cage for me? He's so fucking creepy and weird now that you've pointed all that out forever. Which he really is. And then he wanted to point out, he's like, yeah, you know what? Like, movies with him not talking, like Willy's Wonderland, are a lot better with him in it. Because physically, he's a great actor, but when he has to speak, he's just really fucking weird, dude. He's just really fucking weird and creepy, and it's kind of sometimes really hard to watch. But as far as Lamb or Mad God, not familiar with those. I'm really not. Let's see. Horror Research 30 says you have zero interest, but I'm sure some asshole will add it to the wheel. Probably to your wheel of movies you've got to watch. Somebody probably will. I'll add it. And another piece of entertainment news, if you will. Mark, I always say his last name wrong too. Mark Hoppus from Blink 182 actually has like stage 4 blood cancer. I don't think I've ever heard of blood cancer before, but holy hell, that sounds gnarly, dude. Like, wishes to him. Wishes to him. Hopefully he'll be okay. So, yeah. Very, very, very weird, very strange stuff. Very horrifically crazy stuff that's going on in the world, especially in entertainment. But yeah, back to The Exorcist real quick. I guess the first one is set to premiere October of 2023. So it sounds like they're kind of getting on this shit pretty quick. We'll see what happens. Not interested, but we'll see what happens. So, today's case, and I'm going to get into it quick because my phone around the 30-minute mark always likes to drop out. I think I fixed the problem, but we'll see what happens because it's fucking iPhone. I fucking hate iPhone. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, today's topic is actually about a true crime case that inspired the horror/comedy Jennifer's Body. Now, I didn't know that this was based on a true crime case until like maybe about a month ago. Somebody else on another show had covered it, and I just became super fascinated with it and started really getting into it. And it's really sad. And it's like, I guess maybe because it came up because we'll get into why it came up later. But anyway, the movie stars Jennifer's Body stars Megan Fox. She's a high schooler who attends a rock show, and the guys at the show kind of like noticed her and decide that they want to use her as a sacrifice so that they can blow up and be like the next fucking Metallica or some shit like that, and be like a heavy metal band that just plays way cooler, way better, and be super famous. But in sacrificing her to Satan, it kind of goes wrong, and she comes back as like this succubus and ends up taking revenge on a bunch of boys. And yeah, I thought it was an okay movie. I didn't think it was a great movie, but I thought it was an okay enough movie for the time. I remember watching it when it came out. I was like, man, it's okay. It's Megan Fox. She's hot. She's kind of weird looking now, but yeah, she's hot. Whatever. But as far as the case for Elyse Pahler goes, this is actually a case out here in California where I'm at. And this happened like in the mid-90s, 1996. So in March of 1996, 15-year-old Elyse was found murdered near her home in Arroyo Grande, California. And her body was found 8 months after she had come up missing. Joseph Farella, who was 15, Royce Casey, who was 17, and Jacob, I don't even care if I say his last name wrong because they're all murderers. So, Della Schmutt, I don't care, who is 16, were all members of a heavy metal rock band. And they were like really into like Slayer and heavy metal bands like that. And they thought that if they sacrificed like a virgin, like a perfect girl or a virgin to Satan, that it was going to make them, it was going to get on that edge. It was going to make them play faster and harder, and they were going to blow up big and just be a really, amazing metal band. But because apparently they weren't that fucking talented to do it on their own. So the three of them ended up luring Elyse into like a eucalyptus grove not far from her house with basically the intent to go smoke weed and just hang out and get high and shit. They had one chance to kill her when they were there, and they ended up not doing it. So it actually took them like 2 tries to like get up the nerve to do it because they're a bunch of assholes. So when they finally did do it, they stabbed her like 12 times They held her down. They stabbed her like 12 times. They strangled her, and then they stomped on her neck and her head. And the thing is that the stomping and the strangling and the stabbing did not kill her. Like, she actually ended up just bleeding out to death. That's how she ended up dying. Yeah, that's right, Richard. They need to work on practicing not sacrificing. That's true. They need to sacrifice their time and effort into their music rather than doing this shit, because it obviously did not work out for them. But yeah, so she basically, like, she bled out to death, and that's really fucked. That's a really fucked up way to die. Like, to sit there and suffer and then just have to, like, just deal with it until your body gives up. But within the 8 months that she laid out there, and this gets really, I mean, this is super, super graphic, so I apologize to some of you guys. But in the eight months that she laid out there in the eucalyptus grove, they actually went back several times to, like, rape her body. And it was really, really gross. Really gross. Really bad, really gross. Her disappearance was pretty much ignored by the cops for a long while. They're just like, she probably ran away. Whatever. She's a 15-year-old girl, probably ran away. And then Royce Casey, who was actually the oldest, he was a 17-year-old. He actually converted to, like, Christianity, and he started feeling like what he says is, like, really bad about what happened. He was feeling really remorseful. And the other two still wanted to go kill people. And he was getting very nervous and very suspicious that they wanted to come and murder him next. So he ended up going to the police and telling them, like, hey, we did it. I'll show you where her body is. So Royce ends up taking the police to where her body was out in the eucalyptus grove. And then that's where everything just started, like, going, and they ended up going to prison. The three of them were tried and sentenced to 26 years to life. And like I said, this was in 1996, so they've been in there a while. They felt that she was the perfect victim because she was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed virgin. She was an innocent girl, so she was perfect. They're like, yeah, let's take this one. Come to find out that Joey, one of the younger ones, was actually very obsessed with her. Like, he wanted her. Like, it was kind of those, like, if I can't have you, nobody can. And so that's really the reason why they picked her. It wasn't so much that she was the perfect one. It was just he really wanted to have her for himself. And they claimed at the time when they were arrested, they claimed that Slayer and lyrics from Slayer's music is what inspired them to do this. Like, you know, they got their ideas and their inspirations from Slayer. And then Elyse's parents ended up going back and trying to sue Slayer because of this. They're like, you know, you guys are the reason why my daughter was murdered. And it failed, obviously, because it went under the First Amendment law, you know, of free speech. You know, this is all of, you know, artistic entertainment, basically. Like, this isn't like they're really telling these people to go out and do this shit. Like, and they're not. And the judge, let's see, what's the judge's name? It's on here somewhere. Oh, his name was Judge Burke, who saw over the whole case. He quoted, the music is destructive. That's not why Elyse was murdered. She was murdered because Joey Fiorella was obsessed with her and obsessed with killing her. So he was basically like, he saw it for what it was, and he shut that shit down. He's like, no. Stop making excuses for what fucked up shit other people are doing. Because basically it's like saying that, you know, Grand Theft Auto is the reason why people run each other over and, you know, kill people and, you know, smack up prostitutes and sell drugs and shit. And it's really not, you know, like, it's not. It's the individual person themselves and how they conduct their lives, whether it's mental or not. And on actually March 17th of this year, Royce, the one who went and, you know, told the cops and confessed to them what had happened, he actually came up for parole this year. And now Elyse's parents were basically like, you know, basically they forgive him. They feel that, you know, he should be let go. He seems very remorseful for what he's done. And, you know, we're fine with him going free. Like, he did his time. He sought Jesus. He's a model citizen, or not a model citizen. I'm sorry, because he's not a citizen. He's a model inmate. He actually, you know, completed college courses. You know, he's conducted himself in a manner that society should. And they were totally fine with him being, you know, set free. But District Attorney Dan Dow wrote a letter to our governor here, Gavin Newsom, which, fuck that guy. Anyway, wrote a letter to him. Sorry, I see a hair. It's like gonna bug me. Wrote a letter to Gavin Newsom, our governor right now, and was like, no, like, we should not let this guy go. He is not sought treatment for what he did. We don't feel that he's fit to be in society, and we think that he's going to do it again. It gave our governor 90 days to determine whether or not he would still be able to be eligible for parole, or if his parole would be overturned. And basically, Gavin Newsom was just like, no, he can stay in prison. Like, no. So they overturned his parole. So he's not going to be let go. I don't know when his next parole hearing is. Usually they kind of give him another couple of chances and then they'll stop. But the other two are coming up for parole soon. So we'll see what happens with that, because sometimes, especially with our fucking wishy-washy piece of shit governor that we have, they might let like one guy go, but then let the shittier ones go. Or maybe they might keep them all. I don't know. But yeah, fucking crazy ass shit. I had no clue. And this is kind of what led a lot of people into realizing or becoming aware that Jennifer's body was actually based on a true crime case. Very horrific, very gruesome. I didn't want to get into like a whole lot of details. There's a whole lot that goes with this. But if you guys are interested in the case, you guys go look that up. And if you haven't seen Jennifer's Body, go check it out, because it's not a horrible movie, but it's an okay horror movie for the time it came out. And it was kind of funny in some spots. I'm not gonna say how many, but just a couple. So, but yeah, just fucking crazy ass shit, right? Ugh. If you guys are wondering why I'm in the kitchen again today, it's because I'm getting ready to record an episode for Friday that's gonna come out. It's a 2-day process. That's why I'm recording it, because normally if it's something I can just whip out in an hour, I'll do it live with you guys. But the past few episodes, it's more than a day's process to get done. So I'm pre-recording and then just uploading on Friday for you guys to see. I'm not going to tell you what it is. If you guys want to take a guess, you totally can. It's up to you guys. You're all grown-ass adults. Do what you want. But yeah, look out for that one on Friday. And let's see where I'm at. I'm at the 19-minute mark. This was a quick episode. Like I said, I'm trying to beat that. I'm trying to get to that 30-minute mark, because I don't know if this shit's going to drop again. Real quick, I didn't mention this at the beginning, which I should have, but bad me. Hack, who I had on not that long ago from Hack's Horror Show. He's got brand new episodes up on Vimeo right now. Or Vimeo. I keep wanting to say Venmo, but that's the money one, right? Yeah, that's the money one. Venmo and Vimeo. Vimeo is on Vimeo. So there's new episodes of Hack's Horror Show on there, part of Slash and Chill production, which is Jake Perry's Random Box of Fuckery, which if you guys have not checked out Slash and Chill Productions Random Box of Fuckery, you guys should. That shit is funny. It's a DVD that has a bunch of really hilarious horror shorts on there, and it's all different kinds of media on there. I don't want to like give away too much on it, because I really want you guys to watch it. I think it was like $20 or something. I think it was like $20. I don't know. I don't remember. But the link is in the description below for slashandchill.com, so you guys can go over there and check it out. Order yourself a copy of Random Box of Fuckery. I highly implore you guys to do that. It's fucking hilarious. And check out Hack's Horror Show, which the link is also in the description as well, for his Facebook and the Vimeo page, so you guys can catch up on all the past episodes. because Hack is fucking hilarious. I love that show. It's fucking great. It's very adultish, so don't let the chillin' see that shit. It's also on Roku and Fire TV. I want to say it's Assy, ASY. I want to pronounce it as Assy. I've never heard of that one before, but that's what it's on also. But it's fucking hilarious. I love Hack's Horror Show. You guys should go check that shit out as well. It's kind of like what I kind of tried to start out doing, but he's more of he does more like improv-ish like skits rather than just like interviews. But as far as like trying to show trailers and like rock videos and shit, I just kept getting dinged too many times, so I stopped doing that shit. I was like, fuck this, I'm tired of getting shut down and dinged over this. But apparently you can do it on video, so maybe I'm gonna go like check that shit out. But like I said, you guys go over there and check out Hack, because Hack, yeah, I was even watching one this morning. I'm just fucking laughing at this shit. He's fucking hilarious. It's great. And it was so nice to have him on the show as well, because he was really fun. He was really cool to get along with. Yeah, so if you guys haven't checked that out either, you should fucking check that shit out. It's fucking great. It's very adultish, but I love it. So yeah, let's get to some comments here real quick. Let's see. If you wanted her, just ask her out. Shoot your shot like we all do. Yeah, exactly. You should have just asked her out. And heavy metal has been blamed for bad stuff. Yeah, heavy metal has been blamed for stuff like all the time for a really, really, really long time. And video games, just like I brought up, like Grand Theft Auto, like Call of Duty, different things like that. I don't necessarily know if it's just because of the sensitive people or if it's because people are trying to find an excuse for bad things that they do, or that their children do, or their spouses do, or whomever. Like, people got to start taking accountability for their own shit and stop blaming it on other stuff. That's all there is to it. Just be an adult and take accountability. If you don't like it, if you don't like what you see, don't fucking watch it. Don't play the game. Don't listen to the music. It's just that fucking simple. Why do you have to ruin it for everyone else? Because we all fucking know better. Most of us know better. I shouldn't speak too soon. Just saying. Random box of any last words. Well, I'm happy to announce we may have a random book of any last words. Oh, hey, Frank. Nice seeing you again. But yeah, random box of any last words. Random book of any last words. I'm happy to announce that I'm actually working on a creepy kitchen cookbook. Because I actually got some requests from some of you viewers on, exactly how do I make some of these things, or asking if I'm going to have a book coming out. And I was just like, fuck it, why not? On top of, I really don't write a lot of recipes. I just fucking make things, and it just, if it comes out, it comes out. If it don't, it don't. So this kind of gives me an excuse to start writing recipes down. And yeah, so so you guys keep a lookout for that. Eventually that'll come out. I'm still working on, some other projects right now. And every time I turn around, I get other things thrown at me to complete. But at least those are like, they need to be done right now. I cannot wait 4, 5, 6, 7 months or years, but get them done now. So yeah, Creepy Kitchen Cookbook, working on that. I have a list of recipes that are going to be going in it. Some are past episode recipes. Some are new recipes that I haven't done on the show yet. And then I'm actually taking a couple of submissions from viewers like you. So if you guys want, you guys have till September 1st. I have a couple of submissions already that's going to go in the book. You will be credited for these recipes, by the way. They do not have to be original recipes. If you get something from Pinterest or Google and you want me to make it with a creepy twist to it, or if you have a creepy twist or you want to see something done to this recipe, send it my way. I'll put it in the book if you're chosen, and you'll be credited in the book as submitting it. So you'll get your name in the book. And yeah, that's about it. I think that's all I got, guys. I think that's all I got. Will there be coloring in the book? Oh, maybe I'll do a coloring page. I don't know how you would do a coloring page. Maybe I'll just draw something and you guys can just color it if you want. So, like the placemats that you get at like Denny's and shit. Like, just color. You get a little pack of 3 crayons in there. Oh, you want to? What is it? Joskies, broskies. Send you a signed copy. Yeah, definitely message me if you have an idea. And Richard, I want to submit a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What kind of peanut butter and jelly? And do I use a cookie cutter with it? We're gonna shape it like something. I got shit tons of cookie cutters. But yeah, so that was the case of Elyse Pahler, the inspiration for the movie Jennifer's Body. Which, if you know the case and then you watch the movie, you can see some similarities in it. It's really not a lot, but you can see where they've taken it from and kind of did their own twist on it, which I'm kind of glad they didn't do it like to the extent that these guys did it in real life, because that would be a little much for me to watch. That's all I know. So yeah, and like I said, go check out Slash Chill Productions and go slash out fucking Hacks Horror Show. It's fucking great. It's fucking great. That guy's fucking hilarious. So go check that out. I'm gonna get up out of here because I gotta start filming for Friday's episode. I gotta film today and I gotta film tomorrow for it. So you guys can have it on Friday. And yeah, thanks for joining me in my messy fucking kitchen because I gotta clean that shit first. I hate cleaning. I'm tired of cleaning. No one pays me at home to fucking clean. My dog gets water all over the floor. Fucking asshole. So, yeah. So, anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. Let's see if I can line my shit up without getting my... There's my finger in the fucking line again. So, yeah, I'm going to get started on that. I might see you guys later this week. I might not. If anything, you're still going to at least get an episode on Friday. Pre-recorded. So, yeah. Make sure you guys check me out on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Email me. Do whatever. I don't care. Say hi. Just say hi. Send me something. I don't care. But love you creeps. And I hope you have nightmares about me.